Billy Cunningham,
Dave put himself
Steph
on.
Curry, Tim Duncan,
Steph put himself
David
on.
Dupree, Clyde Drexler,
Clyde put himself on.
Wayne Embry, Julius Erving,
Julius put himself on.
Patrick
Put himself. Man, you better believe it. Every other person you named is on this list.
You're now listening to the Win or Lose Sports Show, talking sports, hip-hop to pop culture. Presented by the 419 Grind. Available on Apple Podcast, Spotify, and wherever podcasts are heard. It's kickoff time.
Willis
That they're
Reed,
trying to give
that's all.
everybody.
Pat
but
Riley, Oscar Robertson, David Robinson, Bill Russell.
Now, when you think like that, though, as much as characters, them names is, like, that's all in-house.
Yep.
It is, though.
Stephen A., Mark Spears,
Oh,
Eric
shit.
Spoelstra.
Stephen A.
When you say Stephen A. right there, that just messes it up.
He
The whole,
can't be fair
the
about
whole list
shit.
right there.
That's 70% of all conversation.
Ron
in that room.
Thorne,
Right.
Rudy Tomjanovich, Bill Walton, Jerry West, Mike Wilbon, Lenny Wilkins, James Worthy.
So I wonder how many people they. So this is what happened.
Like, how y'all
Hey, we live now, so.
Okay, good. All the players probably picked themselves.
So we first we talking about the top 75
That's how it's
NBA
looking.
list. And it, yeah,
'Cause 80% of the voters
everybody
on the
in this
list.
room is upset with this list. Like nobody likes this list. So we just been talking right before the show happened. So, and it's kind of continuing on. So what I'm saying right now is I think so. If there's a lot of players that were on the picking list, I'm thinking all these players picked themselves, and then the reporters that's left over in the pool, that's who picked everybody else. Because there's just so many other players that are on the list who picked the list.
Right.
It just looked crazy to me, real crazy.
Yeah, like I was thinking, I think, which is probably true. So they had the top 50, right? And then they just added 25 players. How did they come up? Looking at the
Within
stats,
25.
looking at the stats, like how did they come up with these additional 25
Apparently,
players?
they ain't looking at stats.
I don't. What are they looking
Like,
at?
what's
If
the
they-
criteria to make the top 75?
They're not looking at stats, but if you look at ESPN's list, it's all got stats right there
No, you
next to
got
their
it, but
name.
you,
But like,
you gotta for people like us, you have to put the stats on them. Like we were just talking about the Reggie Miller thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you take Reggie Miller, as we just seen. The motherfucker had. Oh, can I cuss? I'm good.
Yeah.
The motherfucker has no accomplishments.
right.
But through your childhood memories, you remember
Man.
Reggie. He was a dog.
Going
He was
crazy.
Toughest.
Mm-hmm.
You had to stay in front of him. Mike gave Mike fits,
Listen.
gave the Knicks fits,
Yep.
everything. Like you have to respect
Play
that.
both
And
sides.
play both sides. Made it to the championship. You have to play. You have to respect that as both sides. So when you think of who I say, what's the Sherman dude?
Bill, was it Bill Sherman
Man,
or
when you
something?
think of somebody like that, it's somebody that voted on that list that was like, hey, he was a dog. For real.
Right,
He might
somebody
not got
voted
no
for
him.
rings,
Yeah,
or he
like-
might not got no awards. He might have been a dog. So it's hard for us to kind of like, it's hard for me for sure to just be like, I respect that shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Then you leave somebody off like Vince Carter.
Yeah, it's tough.
Man, they came in,
Like,
Vince Carter, and
there's
I ain't
no
never
way.
seen Cousins come into the league.
Him
Like,
and
what?
T-Mac, like they just
Right, yeah,
dominated
Cousins
that
came
league
into
for
the
a
league
while.
just dogging shit. Like, wow.
The whole time though.
Yeah.
Like, and then when his game, when the athleticism
Disappeared and he evolved into
I'm
a
not
real
even gonna say
shooter.
disappeared.
Because he still can
He
do
still
it,
play
but
ball,
he just
bro.
evolved his game to last longer in the league.
Yeah.
He knew how to
Bro,
stay
like a
relevant
shooter,
in
like
the
you
game.
cannot leave Vince open.
Nah, you couldn't.
Like, what?
Especially on them corners.
Man, what?
I heard
Anywhere,
Matt Barnes
for
say
real.
the other day that he played with Shaq. Who he say he played with? Shaq, Kobe, AI. He said, man, by far Vince Carter was the most gifted player he ever played with.
Wow,
I can believe it though.
I can believe
You
it
know what I'm
watching
saying?
it.
That says a lot.
He can
Like,
do
yeah.
everything.
He could do it
For
all.
sure.
For real.
And it's like he was really so like we saw Michael Jordan and like nobody had saw that and we were like, oh, I don't get no better than this. But then when Vince Carter came, We were like, oh yeah, it does get better than this.
I think
it does get better.
I think we got them. We actually got them times and them eras to really be like when somebody came in the league, it was a must watch to see him.
Yeah, what's going on?
Like you look for Vince to boom.
You just want to see what's going to happen. As soon as you get a fast break.
You look for AI that first year. You look for him to hit somebody to the left to the right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You look now to see like a Zion or a Bron. When Bron came, you was waiting to see what Bron was gonna do. We had that experience of them players. So to actually knock somebody like him, you know what I'm saying, for
like a once in a generation,
once in a generation talent.
Yeah,
right.
once in a generation talent.
He changed the game.
Yeah,
And
how
he
you
stayed
leave him off?
relevant. I think that's
The whole time.
That's the toughest thing. Like you stay relevant.
And it's
so hard to stay in the league.
Right, you're right.
Yeah, 20 plus years playing.
It's funny because like some kids, they need to go to YouTube because they see the old, you know, the right now Vince Carter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And the last few years Vince Carter, and they didn't see him jumping over that man in the Olympics.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
That was unbelievable.
Like I lost it. I stood up out of my seat and screamed when I started like, man, he jumped over it, and this dude, he was like 7 foot something.
Yeah, 7'3".
He jumped over him. Though.
Jumped over
like he
him.
cleared them.
Cleared them.
When he said the interview, he said, man, I ain't even see dude. He said all I seen was KG reaction. And not just reacted like I knew I was high, but I ain't know I was even over, dude.
Wow.
He just kept going higher and higher. It was crazy.
Yeah.
We can redo this list just off of eye test, and the list would be way better than what you see. We don't even need stats,
but
just off of what we know these players can personally do.
Right,
for sure.
We could redo this whole list.
Yeah, but you have to respect the past though.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, did y'all see what Shannon Sharp said about Kyrie?
What did he say?
He shouldn't have even been close. He shouldn't be on it. He's not even top 20 in the league right now. He's like, what has
now?
He said, what has he done? He's like, he
Shannon
made one
Sharp.
shot. But you know he love LeBron. But, like, come on now. We all know Kyrie is the most gifted guard we've seen in a long time.
First of all, Kyrie's probably the most gifted guard in NBA history.
You know what I mean? Like, he really
As far
has
as-
a total package.
As far as because he's to me, Kyrie is a miniature version of Kobe who can
He does
dribble the ball a little better.
He can, man. This is the best dribble I've ever seen in my entire life.
I be trying to tell a lot of people, like kids and stuff too, especially like for you to sit in the gym and practice what Kyrie can do naturally is impossible.
Right.
You have to
It is
think,
natural, like you said.
You got to think if you know the game,
Right.
a one-on-one player, your man is beat automatically. So you're thinking about who's on the left side, who's on the right side. How can you get this dude point? Like Kyrie mind operates on some matrix shit.
Right.
Like he know it's like somebody throwing something at somebody and he know how to dodge that shit.
Yeah,
You can tell.
Opposite way and slither like off an instinct. It's not I'm not practicing this. This
No.
like
Yeah.
this
He
is
just
instinct.
see it,
bro.
right.
Like, if you coming this way, I'ma move this way
Right.
to the left so I can get on this side of the rim.
Right.
Like, no, you
Yeah.
this big like
Yeah, well-
to think like that at that size, man.
See,
it's amazing.
Kyrie's mental is how Jordan's mental was in the 90s. Jordan didn't practice none of that stuff.
No, it just came.
It just came naturally. That's the same thing like you were saying about Kyrie.
Instinctive, yeah.
And that's skill versus athleticism.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah,
right.
But I think Mike jumping over motherfuckers and around him. But this motherfucker is using a
A
ball.
ball. Yeah.
And you saying
Like a
that,
string. He uses the ball like a
Yeah.
string. Yeah.
and you saying that just made me think of one play. They was playing Milwaukee. He was
Oh
right at the
my
top
God.
of the
I
key.
know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Cross, and he like slipped.
Bogan and
And
spin.
dude, he seen dude coming to commit
Spin
to
on
doubling. He split the double team with a spin move
Seen
and shot a
Giannis
jumper.
coming. He shot it left-handed.
Yeah.
Floater.
Right.
He shot a left-handed floater.
That's not you get
That's what I'm
taught. It
saying.
just
Yeah.
happens. Like
Yeah.
he reacted to what was going on out there. You can't be taught
I
that.
think a lot of that list is I think they're trying to not do what they did before. So I think before with the 50 greatest, they kind of try to predict a lot of the dude's future.
Right.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like you think of Penny and them that was on there. If you
Let me
look
see.
at them back in the 50, you would think Penny was gonna be.
Well,
one of the
Penny's
top
not on.
five
I thought
players.
Penny was on the list. He's not on the list.
No, he's
He
not on
didn't
the
make
list.
it.
So-
No. That's what I'm saying.
Right,
so,
right, yeah.
So when you think about Kyrie, all this stuff going on with him, you don't even know if Kyrie gonna play another game.
And
So
then-
why would I
You're
put
right,
him
you're
on
right,
75?
you're right,
I-
you're right
I think that's
about
how
that,
they
yeah.
thought about it for real.
And if you-
the white when it kind of, which is the biggest sub in the world, the biggest snub. I just hate that because I really feel like one of my boys is James Johnson. He played for the Brooklyn Nets. That's my dude. And we had a conversation the other day about it. And he like, man, dudes really don't like him. Like
Kyrie?
No, James. I mean, Dwight.
Dwight.
Yeah,
I know.
They really don't like Dwight Howard, man. Like, they really don't like him as a person. Like, they play too much. He ain't serious. Like, he's soft. He said, ever since Kobe took his heart, that LA shit, like, nobody really fuck with Dwight. So, when you think about that and you put that in the media, and them stats become tarnished.
All right, look. Like you just said that. This Dwight's whole player profile. This is crazy. 8-time NBA All-Star. 2-time block champ. 8-time All-NBA. 2004, 2005 All-Rookie. 3 times Defensive Player of the Year. 5 times All-Defensive Player.
That alone.
2020 NBA champ.
Come on, man.
5-time rebounding champ.
That is ridiculous.
Damian Lillard's 6-time All-Star, 2012, 2013 All-Rookie, 6-time All-NBA, 2012-13 Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, bro.
And he on the list.
Yeah, bro.
And Dwight ain't.
He was in Space Jam too.
Mike picked him. Mike picked him because he was
Dame time.
Dwight profile is crazy.
Yeah.
It's no way you leave that off.
Yeah.
You
Right.
can tell they don't like him.
They don't respect
There's
him.
no way you gonna make that list with
I
that.
really think when I'm looking at him and AD the other day again,
When they was about to fight,
man, I'm like, AD had to slip something like, man, that's why you ain't top 75.
But then they played together like 2 years ago.
Yeah,
They played together in LA.
Yeah, they
2
played
years
in LA
ago.
too.
Okay.
He was, the White was recently. This is his third stint in LA.
Right. Yeah.
This is
Yeah. He
third
did Kobe,
one.
and then they won a
Yeah,
championship with him.
Yup.
Then he came back for LeBron. When LeBron was
You know
there
what?
Just
first.
defensive champ, and then that's what I did. They compare him and, you know what I'm saying, Dame. They stat for stat. I look at somebody who game to me might be identical to his, like Rodman, as far as defensively. You know,
Yeah.
Rodman was a beast defensively.
Yeah.
Rebounding, you know what I'm saying, gave people hell.
Right.
One of the most disliked players in the league. Yo,
But they
Rodman
loved him though.
He
Rodman
gonna
on the
get that
list,
way.
fam.
Yeah.
No, because his
cannot
teammates
leave
loved
him.
him.
Yeah,
I mean,
they
I don't want to say loved. They tolerated.
They
In
loved what he
Detroit,
could do on the court.
in Detroit, they loved him.
He hadn't gotten with
He fit-
Madonna at that
he-
point yet either though.
No,
I know.
he did.
That's when
And
things
Carmel
kinda
Electra,
turned.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
fit perfectly with Detroit.
Detroit,
though.
yeah.
So you
He
had
was a
to.
for real
That's
bad
all.
boy.
Chicago, they made him fit because they allow him to do whatever he wanted
But
to do,
remember-
but still come on the floor
Right.
and perform how you're supposed to perform.
Remember, he had went to Utah.
Yeah, San Antonio.
And he was all those other places first, clowning. And so it's like
Well, he went to San Antonio.
He went to San
San
Antonio.
Antonio
in between.
Detroit.
after Detroit.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, right with the
San
blonde hair.
Antonio became the
He went to
Yeah,
San
yeah.
Antonio clowning.
Yeah.
He went to San Antonio
because he
clowning.
lost Chuck Daly and lost his
Right.
surroundings with his
And so-
teammates and all that stuff. So
Michael Jordan knew what he can do, and like we all saw it. You know what I mean? The last dance.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And he should be on the list just as he should be accepted for his antics because of he was just great.
I mean, he should have been on the top 50 for real.
He should have been
To me.
on. He should be
Who?
on every list
Dennis
that
Rodman.
he is.
He shouldn't have been.
He should have been.
He
Oh,
should.
yeah,
top
definitely.
50.
He should have been. You know why he should have been on top 50? Because
So
he didn't
let's
do
see.
anything after 98. He didn't. Nothing changed with Rodman after 98.
I think
Right.
the appreciation of him after 98.
No, they didn't appreciate him
All right,
until
so
Michael
if-
Jordan put this,
If you
this
think he
video
should have
out.
been on it before, and they took Penny off, you think they should have took him off on the new one?
No.
Yeah.
They
Based
should've-
on what you said,
Let me-
they
okay,
should
top-
have because he
let's
ain't
go
do nothing
back-
after 98. So
I
why
know.
would they drop him?
Because
they
okay,
did Penny.
No,
You
no,
don't
no, no,
think
not
that,
drop him. He should have been added on. Let me go to the top 50.
Hal
All right?
Greer, he
Wait a
couldn't
minute,
be Hal Greer.
wait.
Don't say
We're talking
that.
about.
Don't say that goddamn.
We're talking about Elvin Hayes. All right.
Right.
We're talking about
These names. man.
Bob Pettit. Okay.
Right.
I pay the respect.
Yeah, he's a Falcon. I mean, Atlanta Hawks. Great, whatever. Dolph Shays,
God
right there.
damn.
That name right
Right.
there
God
alone.
All right, that
Dog
was
Shays.
definitely like, come on,
Damn.
man.
Come on, man.
Dog Shays.
Was he on the
man.
voting list? Because he had to vote himself.
God
for that.
damn.
Hal
Dog
Greer.
Shays,
Let me
man.
look at Hal Greer's stats.
Yeah, Hal Greer. And then if you go to see, I like to stay in them like You think about them old Denver Nuggets teams like Kiki Vanderwood,
Hey, listen.
Adrian Dantley.
How hard
You
they
don't see
played up
neither
there.
of them.
Yeah.
Right.
They busting
yeah.
that.
And that's
Yeah.
another one up that eye
Adrian
test. Like,
Dantley.
we know they
Adrian Dantley.
killers.
AD was a killer
Man.
in Utah and in Detroit.
Yeah. When he got to the D, moved
Right.
him out the way.
Right.
I got
Is
this.
Vinny on that list? Is
The
Vinny-
microwave.
Nope.
No.
No.
But
See
then
that?
listen,
You got one Pistons on, like one
Dog-
Piston
Isaiah.
on.
Dolph Shays
No, you
played
got Dave, baby.
996 games.
Oh yeah, he is on here.
Dolph Shays played 996 games,
Bob
averaged
Marley.
18.5 points a game, 12.1 rebounds a game, and was 12-time All-Star.
That's Dolph Shays'
Dolph
stats.
Shays. And then his picture's in black and white. So I'm just saying.
Dawg Sage was playing with that bucket when they playing with that basket with no net.
No net on
They had,
that.
they had to get the ladder to get the.
Wait a minute, is George Mikan on this
They
list?
had to get the ladder to get the
I don't
ball.
remember
over the
seeing
basket.
him.
George
I don't
Mikan is
remember
on.
seeing
George
him.
Mikan.
Yeah, he on the
I don't
list.
think so,
He in the
Jay.
top
I
50,
remember
yeah.
seeing George.
He ain't on this
He was-
list.
He ain't on the top 75?
No.
So they bumped George Mikan off the
Fuck
top
outta here.
75? No.
George Mikan ain't
No,
on
go to
the
Animals.
75.
He got to be on there.
Man, nah. Let me look again.
Jordan Mikan was like the first Wilt Chamberlain.
He was the first real big man. He scored 40
He
points
on
in
here.
the game.
Oh,
Okay,
I'm about
yeah,
to say,
yeah,
that's
yeah.
impossible. You
I
might
was
as well
about
throw
to
the
go-
whole list out the
I was
window.
about to say, let's burn it. Let's find
might
one.
as well
Find the
burn
real
it.
one.
Yeah, he on here.
Find the actual list and burn it.
Okay.
Then I have a
You know what I do? I do agree with the Kevin Durant's, James Harden. I feel like all he missing is a ring. I ain't gonna lie.
James Harden.
Yeah, I'm just if you look at somebody like him to come off 6-man,
So
go take a team. Go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Oh,
It's
take a
just-
team, be a leading scorer in the league so many years. Then like go to a team like he on now, develop like even after those years in Houston, like develop a assist game. Like it was unappreciated, like his passing.
Yeah.
Now it's like, dude running the point. He really can do what he want
He
to
can
do
do
out
whatever
there.
he wanna do.
So
Yeah.
it's like
Don't.
he can really be whatever you want him to be on the
Right.
team.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like when you think of them names, like the AD thing, you could have missed me with that. Like,
Him being on here
I don't
Not
really
yet.
think I don't really think he a top 5 NBA player.
in the league right now. Me neither though.
I don't.
Top
I don't
5
think
Anthony
NBA players.
Davis?
No,
Don't
not
think he a top
when you
five.
say top 5. No, he too inconsistent.
He a top 10 for sure. I don't think
Yeah, but
he a-
5. That's
I would
tough.
say he's
I
more injury prone than inconsistent.
I think
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that
think
too, though,
we put a lot based on the potential of what he like.
can
be.
yeah. Far as his game wise, I'm not knocking the numbers,
His
but when you
skill
be
set
like, oh,
is
the skill
insane.
set,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. See,
But
you
he don't
got
have the
people
numbers
like
for
that.
real.
He don't
What
have
numbers
the
do he
numbers.
have?
It's just the
He
skill
don't.
set. Like
Yeah.
You look at New Orleans though, he was
Yeah,
doing
he put
his
the pride.
thing.
Yeah.
But it's really not consistent enough to put for me to put in a 75.
Now, if he was still able to do what he was doing in New Orleans, in L.A., like because he had to carry the team in New Orleans, but he
impossible.
can't do that in L.A. at all.
Yeah, you can't do
and
that.
y'all got to stop this. And first of all, I'm a Cleveland fan to the heart. Everybody know me. I love Cleveland sports. But you got to stop saying that such and such people come and play with LeBron and they going to be the dude. It's
It's never gonna happen. Everybody's
You're
gonna come
adjust.
second.
You're
You
gonna
have to.
always be second to
You
Right.
gotta
LeBron.
play how he
Hey,
play.
Demon, he gonna come
No.
be MVP, this
No.
MVP. It would never happen, bro. He
No.
would be 22, 23 points a game.
Yeah,
He
yeah.
would not.
You'll
he
have
can't be
flashes
one.
of what he used to be, and
It's
that's because
impossible.
Bron taking a night off right now.
Bron
Like,
don't adapt to people as much as people adapt to Bron.
Even
But-
with Westbrook, people thought that Westbrook was going to come to L.A.
I knew it wasn't gonna work from the
And-
jump because how he played.
Well,
I'm not,
it
I
can
ain't
work.
gonna say that.
It's
It
gonna
can
work.
work,
I ain't gonna say
but
that.
it can't work like
The way he
Westbrook
play.
handling the ball 75% of the time
Nah.
and scoring
Nah.
25
He
points,
shouldn't
10
even be
assists, and
trying to
9
score.
rebounds.
When he plays
Right.
with Bron, he can't dominate the ball.
Ball,
like
right.
that. So Rondo is better.
with
LeBron.
LeBron.
He's a for
Westbrook
real
would
life
be better with that
guard,
second
though.
unit
That
with
second
him and
unit
Melo
come
and
in,
Monk.
yeah,
Then he could be
pushing the
himself.
ball with
Yeah,
Monk.
yeah, you right.
And all of
Let
that.
it open up more because
So,
I said
yeah.
he should start.
Right.
But
People say
he
that,
makes
like,
so much money.
Take him.
No, he
They
got-
gonna
gotta-
put him on the
gotta
bench.
start.
You gotta
Yeah,
start him,
44
just
million
'cause of
coming up
that.
though. They ain't doing
He
that.
would never be that triple double.
No, he could
Nah,
be.
he
He can be. He can be the Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen started, but he still played. He ran the second unit in Chicago.
Yeah.
So he could be that guy who plays like the first 7 minutes of the quarter, sit down, because I'm gonna come in with the second unit.
But in
could,
order
but
to
his
score
ego
that many
different from
points and get that many
Scottie's too.
assists, you kind of have to dominate the ball.
Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, you
You
gotta
shoot the ball all the
yeah,
time.
You
Yeah.
people don't understand like assists a game. Like, you know, the league is you make shots in the league, bro. Like
Right.
these dudes, this is their job to make a
Right,
shot.
yeah.
To get somebody the ball is the toughest part. In the right position for them to make shots. Making shots is nothing in the league. To do that, to average so many assists, you have to dominate the ball.
Right.
Yeah.
Period. The ball has to be in your hands.
Right.
So with that being said, turnovers high, passing high, the decision making of scoring, like points.
Unless you Chris Paul.
Picking and choosing your
unless you-
points.
Chris Paul can
He
dominate
did.
the ball and not turn it
He
over.
could, but he been doing that position
Yeah,
for years.
right, yeah.
Somebody like Russ at his position, the high octane of his game,
Right, you gone.
really a 2.
Yeah,
You
they
know what I'm
forced
saying?
him
He
into
is a
that
two.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
at
they
the
forced
one.
him in that
You know
one.
what I'm saying? He really not a 1 though.
No.
James is more of a 1 than Russ will
Yeah.
ever be a 1.
He was
You know what
actually
I'm
listed
saying?
as a 1.
But then it's like he ain't no 2 because he can't shoot. But that's really what he
Can't
should
shoot,
be.
cuz.
You
How
know,
does he get his
like,
points? Utility points, right?
Well, he
attacking
got
and
a
getting him on the
mid-range
run.
game. He
Yeah,
got the
He can get
solo
it
field
when it's
dunk.
on, yeah, but when it's
So
off,
Russ
it's off.
is not
Right.
your typical. The NBA is pick and roll game. We got to understand that. To run a pick and roll in the NBA, you have to know how to do that. You can't play the game unless you know how to run a pick and roll.
Definitely.
Russ when he plays a lot of switches. Let's remember he's 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5", point guard. He's stronger. He aggressive. He play high energy. There's no slow pace. So you always got to be on your toes, and he fast. More of a John Wall with the I don't know. I'm trying to think of who body. But the speed is what gets you. So
Right.
if you got him attacking you full speed, changing directions, it's on the flow. You can't do nothing with him. And he explosive. Then
Right.
he gonna post you up. Think about a lot of his points. He gonna post you.
Right.
He gonna attack you full speed. And then either the full speed gonna get you bagging up or he gonna pull up.
Yeah.
Right.
It's nothing like
You
off
commit,
the
he
ball
gonna blow
for real
by you.
unless he getting like rebounds. Everything is energy
Right, right,
with
right.
Russ.
Right.
Until he's ever to slow down, that's where he get his points at.
Right.
He's an energetic player.
High
Right.
energy,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? He's not one of them. He's not a Chris Paul. He's not a thinker. He's not a,
At all.
No, he
Clearly,
not, he don't play
we
like
definitely
that.
see
And
that.
then
and that's it.
it's not instinct. I guarantee you, Russ know exactly like a Kyrie playoff instinct.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Dang, he an instinct player. Like Russ know exactly what he about to do when he
And that's what he gonna do.
He
and
don't
that's the
care.
final.
He made up his
Where
mind,
you-
period.
Yeah, that's
this
it.
is,
Right.
I'm coming at you. I know exactly what move I'm about to hit you with.
Right.
Right? I ain't did this move in 3 minutes. I'm about to hit you with this.
3 minutes.
This sham.
I swear.
Even if you, I don't care who on me, I'm posting you up. I ain't posted up
Man.
all game.
Right.
I'm about to do
That
it.
is
Right.
him.
But that's how
dog.
Russ play, man.
That's just him playing to his advantages. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
speed,
faster,
yeah, he faster.
and he's taller and stronger than the people. in
They
his
just got to
position.
figure
So-
it out over there with their
But
rotations.
that's the thing about the league. See, we come in. Exciting players last for a long time. I mean,
Yeah.
the exciting players don't
They
last.
don't
only
for
last,
last for
yeah.
so long. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because they come with them abilities. You have to be relevant. When we was just talking about Vince, think about it. Vince, all he did was dunk. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gone. Knees disappear for sure. Like
Right.
them knee injuries are
Straight
real.
shooter.
Oh, you have to add on to them games. You have to get the mid range. You have to
Yeah.
post up. You have to do those things. You think about those players that came in. One of my brother, Pooter, he used to love Kenyon Martin. I used to tell this motherfucker, I
Man.
said, man, he ain't got no goddamn knees, bro. Like, all that jumping he gonna do, bro, later on, give him 7, 8 years down the
Yeah.
line, he not gonna be moving like that.
Sean
Blake
Kemp.
Griffin,
Sean
Sean
Kemp.
Kemp went to
It just
Cleveland. He
stopped.
put on weight.
Right.
It just
When
stopped.
you play like that, there,
gotta change it.
It
It's
change.
gonna happen to Zion, too.
If you don't add
Zion,
on
he's
to
already
your
having those
game,
problems too.
It's already here.
Yeah.
if you don't add on to your game, that's
Yeah. They all did it. Jordan came in
the money
dunking.
off of you.
Yeah.
Change. Kobe
Change the
came
game,
in,
yeah.
dunk it, changed it up.
Changed it
T Mac
up.
can't. You got to evolve. You want to let
Gotta
your
evolve,
career
man.
stretch out. You can't be doing
Look
that
at
every
Barkley.
night.
Look at Barkley. Remember when he was in Philly?
Man.
Coast to
High
coast.
octane,
Right.
coast to coast. Hey, when he was Phoenix, oh man, mid range, 3-pointers.
He started eating good.
Pass.
too.
Yeah, he said
Started eating real good in Phoenix.
It's as there's quarters in the game, it's quarters to your career.
Right, right, right.
Who And if you don't
Adapt,
adapt to them quarters, dudes coming in, you gotta adapt to the game.
That's why Brian had to Brian learned how to shoot. You know, he ain't never had to shoot when like that.
He was trying to at first though. He was
but
just missing a lot.
he looked, man, his jumper looked wet.
look,
every time he let it go, I'm thinking it's going in now.
LeBron's game right now is like immaculate.
Yeah, you can't do nothing.
Like he ain't had a fall off to me. I don't care what nobody say. He ain't fell off to me.
He got better. He got better because the way he adapted his game,
his age and his mind. He really know the game. Like
he can still be that
really
freight train LeBron James.
LeBron has a Chris Paul mind with a Russell like a Russell kind of game, like a Russell kind of mentality.
Not good.
Like to a certain extent when it comes to like speed and domination and aggressive to a certain point. Like he knew a long time ago that to get others involved first, then get myself asserted. It's how I'm gonna last in this game.
Right.
He knew that. Passing was a big part of that dude game. Like people don't understand how much as you look at that physical and that athletic ability. Like the he was passing like that when we was in high school.
Yeah.
Like he was finding regular dudes. Like who the fuck is Chad Moret? This motherfucker done hit 6 threes. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He probably played 18 JV game, but
Drew Joy,
he knew how to find them dudes. Like
just be open.
Brown got people money, bro.
And that's
he made a lot of careers, man, over his own.
Even on and off the court, because he hired people within his circle to do jobs that other people normally hire, the next man that they know that is already good at it. Yeah. So he brought people up within his circle and gave them opportunities. Yeah. Which is also good.
Brown's going to be a great GM.
Yeah.
So I got a couple questions in the comments. Somebody said, why didn't Mark Price make the list?
Why did he?
Somebody
you ever been to a Cleveland
joke?
Want me read the voter names off again? That'll give him an answer. I'll read the voter names off again.
And it was amazing.
Mark Price was
amazing.
He was
good, man.
Hold on.
Listen,
can y'all not please do this to Mark Price?
He was good.
Come on, man. No, he was a decent player. No, not a top.
He was a beast, though.
Yeah, he was decent.
There was a conversation to be had about
fuck Chris Webber.
Whoa.
Why is that?
Nah.
You don't have no love for the Fab Five?
I'm glad he got into the Hall of Fame, man. I ain't want to be Pete Rose, but
that's about it.
Is it because of the Michigan situation?
Yeah, man. Fuck Chris Webber.
Call timeout.
You already know me, just so.
Was you a Michigan fan?
Yeah, I love Michigan.
Okay, I get it.
He did something
you
like.
I was hurt about a lot of things.
He snitched about a lot of stuff.
He snitched a lot about it.
And that's why Jalen Rose and them stopped talking to him.
Yeah, he destroyed the whole thing.
They stopped talking to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they stopped talking to him.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was a
they had no conversation for
rightfully so though.
Yeah, up until last year.
Like last year, they just
at his voting thing, wasn't it? When he got inducted.
Yeah, when they voted him into because Jalen Rose had to vote him into the Hall of Fame.
Yeah,
because he's part of the
committee.
The committee, yeah.
God damn it.
Wow. Okay, you got some strong feelings about Chris Webber.
I ain't care about no Chris Webber.
Oh man,
he's a terrible analyst as well.
Man,
oh my God!
First of all, I play 2K.
Oh my God! Yes.
I mute him every time. I hate him.
Can we get a different announcer for this guy?
I would just switch it to on court, so you don't even hear that announcer. You just hear the motherfuckers talking.
I can't stand him, man.
Oh my God, the worst. Him and Steve Smith are the worst announcers.
Hey, how y'all feel about them paying these college kids coming out of high school now, though?
Great.
I think it's gonna be a double-edged sword, obviously, like everything else. But
I like that.
I like it.
I like that they gave them the opportunity to make it themselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Make your own money, like off the likeness of your name.
Right.
Versus when you in college, when you play D1, they give you a per diem. You ain't up in there just broke.
Right.
They give you some money. You know what I'm saying? But it definitely ain't what you deserve, especially if you want a likeness of Webber and them back in the day.
Yeah, they was making.
They changed the game as far as like merchandising.
Right.
Yeah.
But if they could do,
them socks,
they could do,
everybody had them
socks,
long shorts. Everybody was rocking
them Nikes. I remember them Barclays. I thought them was 5'5". I'm like, them ain't no Charles Barkley. Give me them Jalen Rose.
Right.
Motherfucker was cold. But if they can make money back then off that likeness. Them dudes would have been.
They would have been paid.
So now you can get your likeness money and you can go to the G League, right?
Yeah,
And get paid.
a lot of them going to do that.
And that's
starting off
cool.
instead of going to the NBA.
Zaire Wade got drafted by.
All right, now that's all right. Now,
What's up with that?
I was waiting on that name to
okay,
pop
what's
up.
up with that?
Come on, he made it because of his daddy. If you watched him play,
I know. I seen
in
him play.
high school.
Oh, but you seen him lately though?
you might have got
Oh, you
better.
haven't seen?
I ain't
no,
seen nothing
no,
lately.
he nice though. He nice. He play with them. He play with them dudes in the league. Like Swiss Carter, shout out to Swiss Carter. Like he play with them dudes like over there in LA. You know they get all that wreck. That summer
Yeah.
wreck. He get that for sure. But it was so funny when they posted because they posted it like. Oh, Zaire just got picked up from the G
And went
League.
crazy, like,
and
I
then there
ain't
was
right,
another
yeah.
one probably like 20 minutes later, like Zaire. So everybody wondering, like, man, who he get picked up by? Like, oh, Zaire get picked up by the Utah Jazz.
His
G
dad,
League.
see.
I'm like, man, but that's
good,
what's
though.
up,
That's
dude.
good.
Motherfuckers
That's
been
cool, though.
lifting they shit.
why not?
Dolce probably got on because of money. God damn it, shit. They been lifting
I mean,
kids
I ain't
forever.
knocking them for using their resources though, but you know,
Yeah.
that's what it is. You supposed to.
I say give him a let them do. You might.
Yeah, you know,
surprise.
but you know how it is with any other industry though. If you got a parent, just like if you look at the actors,
Yeah.
kids of actors are there. You know what I mean? Like
The
and
best
it's people
of
you didn't
it.
even know it was their. You know, they had
Right,
parents in
yeah.
Hollywood,
Like,
and so it's like they get that chance just based on their name. Sometimes.
Yeah, I'm about to say like you think about Emilio Estevez and
Charlie
Charlie
Sheen.
Sheen and they daddy. Like
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You won't even
Just passing it
sing.
straight
Right.
on
Yeah.
down.
And it was it was one that really threw me off. I can't remember what it was. Well, no, it was the Gwyneth Paltrow. Her mother is the mother from Meet the Parents. I don't know if it's kind of
is it?
obscure who
I
it
didn't
is,
know that.
but yeah,
Damn.
the lady from Meet the Parents.
I didn't
her
even
name
know
is
that.
Blythe
Right.
Danner.
Oh,
That's Gwyneth Paltrow's mother.
That's a real
that's her
mother.
mom.
Her real life mother. Yeah.
Yeah, I ain't never know
What's
that.
up? That's you just dropped the jewel for
Right.
me.
It's a whole bunch
Who
of
know
like people.
Gwyneth Paltrow is from like Iron Man.
Iron
Yeah,
Man,
yeah,
Pepper,
those are
Pepper
the-
from Iron Man. I'm like, I don't know. I just be paying attention to a lot of the movie shit. So
Yeah,
I'm
I be
kinda
on that.
movie buff.
I be deep in that movie shit
Yeah,
too for
yeah.
sure. But yeah, man, goddamn Dolce.
Yeah,
This is what I was gonna say when you was talking about
Dude was
James
coming
Harden.
back.
How they put like, okay, you put James Harden on. This man don't play defense.
Who, James?
Okay,
I mean, it's a few people on this
it's-
list that
yeah,
don't
yeah.
play defense though.
So this my thing in the league. I say this. No, the only people that are relevant to defense in the league to me are shot blockers. Cause that's the only person that can really alter a game.
Kawhi Leonard.
Come on now, right?
Yeah, because the whole
Yeah.
game is
Now
they
it's
switching
different,
everything.
yeah.
I say
Yeah, Kawhi's a once in a lifetime.
Yeah, they not just
talent.
playing
I wouldn't
sitting
even-
down on
I wouldn't
people.
even say, man, you not sitting.
Nobody's
down
sitting down on none of these people no
these
more.
You are
Not
offense
now.
is
Switching
the
everything.
game.
Yeah.
They evolved the game so much offensively. You don't hear nobody talking about what they doing
defensive
defensively.
Okay, so
Exactly.
have a certain-
Ain't no more
Yeah,
Gary
but there's
Paytons
one
and none of
person,
that.
though.
Who?
PJ Tucker is probably one of.
He's
yeah,
not
no,
just
he ain't
sitting
lying.
down.
He's
Look,
not a stopper. I'm saying those are the names that come out.
that's
of
because the
people's mouths.
NBA make it look like they
Rajon
want
Rondo.
that because ain't none of that no more.
bro.
Drew
Just how I feel
Holiday.
about the league. Look, you gotta pay attention to defense because it's part of the game. However,
They say
man,
defense wins championships.
that's
What
some
happened?
bullshit.
It's not. It's not.
That's
They don't
some-
play
Yeah,
it.
like Golden State.
So you gotta have stops to win the game.
They don't.
No, man, people.
If you don't have stops,
you
gonna
a
get-
good player, man.
Is gonna
I'ma
score
say,
no
I
matter
don't care
what,
who.
yeah.
You gonna
Score
score.
everybody.
If you miss, you miss.
Yeah.
You didn't really do nothing for me to miss.
Right,
I just missed the
True
shot.
that.
Unless you're a shot
Unless
blocker.
you're a
Unless you're a shot
blocker.
blocker.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
that's
trying to
it.
say.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
really not doing nothing. What's the probability of a guy stealing a ball from a dude in a game like
Maybe they- hey,
Kyrie?
Come- yeah,
Really,
or
somebody
Steph,
shoot-
Luka.
Drew Holiday
This is
really
it.
taking the ball
This
from
is
Kyrie.
it.
It's not
You
happening.
know what I'm saying?
Point
But
guard
a
because he's long.
well, Ben.
He playing the lane.
6'10",
That's what I'm
but
saying.
he can guard small. He can guard.
Yeah, he know how to use
Left
his
or
body
right.
real good.
But,
Like
but
it's
still, what's the probability of that?
It's not happening.
You could see a shot blocker and like, oh yeah, he gonna alter that.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get to the rim and he can beat that. Giannis gonna beat that shit. But to really sit down on an offensive dude who all summer this motherfucker shot 1,000 shots.
prime
think about
example.
this.
Look,
Think
prime
about this.
example though. One play, PG versus Dame. PG is just, they was just all defender, all world. Man, Dame had him 50 feet away from the rim.
Right.
Sidestepping. He's 6'3". Dang, game winner, sit them home.
Okay,
PG, they say he, a lockdown defender.
Fuck with that, man.
He's 6'10", and you still couldn't stop him.
Who said it the other
That's
day?
why he did it, though. So if he would have missed, everybody would have like, oh,
he a defensive, but he really just missed.
But it was on Dame to miss the shot.
Because that's his shot. That's a normal shot for Dame.
Okay, first of all, that is not a normal shot for anybody.
It is for him, though.
He stepped 2 feet over the line and then pulled it.
So
that ain't normal.
He sidestepped PG,
going
though.
to his right.
Right.
People don't know as a right-handed jump shot to
Going
pick
to
it
your
up.
right
So
and
to
shoot
your
it.
left.
Yeah,
That's hard. It's easy.
Easy. Yeah.
Go to your right,
pull up right.
pull up right with
From
seconds
40-something
down, from 40
feet with a 6'10" nigga
And
jumping.
then he said something like, "Man, I didn't even know I was that far."
Did you see him on that interview? He was talking about, and then he
was hot
said,
as hell
then he
all
was
night.
like, oh yeah, that was a bad shot.
He was hot
Like,
as
but
hell
that's his
all night.
range. Yeah, but that's
the
his
reason why he
range.
took that shot is because that 6'10" motherfucker was standing right there in front of him.
Yeah, that's who was gonna alter the game.
He
though.
wouldn't have, but the thing is, though, these perimeter defenders, when you talk about Pat Beverly, Drew Holiday, would you rather see him on the other side or James Harden? I would rather because I'm gonna have a hard night. My night is going to be harder.
I don't think they
playing
look,
against them.
I don't think they look at it like that because I think anyway, Steph I'm gonna give you 40.
Oh man.
If I'm like that,
First of all,
like,
we're
you
not-
gotta really
Can we
think about.
exclude Steph?
No, we
No, we can't. We
Because
didn't
you know why?
nobody.
People who are
We
just
ain't
no,
excluding
no, why you can't
nobody.
exclude
You talking about elite defenders?
Yes.
You gotta talk about elite
Elite
players.
True that. But
You
there's
know
only
what
a
I'm
couple of them like that.
Hell
No,
no.
it ain't. There's a lot of them like that.
You got
Luka,
Donovan Mitchell, what?
John Morant now,
Donovan
Donovan Mitchell.
Force the defender no matter.
It's
who's
a
on the
lot
side.
of.
It's a
It's
lot of
way
them.
more
That's-
offensive dudes, offensive minded
Yeah.
dudes. The basketball is an offensive game, bro. Like that's what sells. You want to see dunks.
We
You
don't
want
wanna
to see
see stops.
crossovers. You want to see
That's why they
threes.
changed the rules.
Highlights.
You don't want to see you a good dude
Yeah.
like some basketball players I know can appreciate it. Drew, Kawhi. At the end of the day, but you got Steph practicing 60-footer,
Yeah,
40-footer.
exactly.
Y'all just hear what he said in his
motherfucker
Right.
logo, Dame logo.
Man,
Like
they
come
just
on,
said in
man.
Steph workouts when he hit the rim, they consider them as misses now.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah.
that's
Like, come
real,
on, like,
that's
that's
an NBA
just-
workout
They
for
been
real.
That's
learning
just
that
straight
from
up make
Chris Jackson, Chris Jackson / Ahmoud Abdul
Yeah,
Rauf.
for sure.
Because like he kind of like, man, if it hit the rim, it don't count.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing,
And they
though, for
took
real.
that,
Like
yeah.
in the league, like they'll give you 50 shots from a spot, and it's no rattling. Like it gotta go on all net or it don't count.
Right.
It mess with your mental though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you shooting for all nets, you know what I'm saying. When you get in a game, it's gonna be subconscious mind. That's how you go.
I mean, we do that
Right.
too. Like
Yeah.
we go
We
in
always
the
wanna hit
gym, we
net.
shoot free throws. Like, man, what am I doing?
Yeah,
Man,
they-
every time
hitting
you
all net.
every
Every
time
time
you
you
walk
leave the gym and
every time you
all
walk out the
net.
gym, what you say? This got to go in all net
Yeah,
before I
but
go
all
home.
net.
They do it
Yeah.
from 40 feet for 2 hours though.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's
You
different.
can't guard
boy.
that, man.
It's different. That's
You
what I'm
can't
saying. No
guard that.
guarding
Yeah.
it.
Can't.
So as he step across half court, he in
that,
range.
how do you leave off from the grade 50 or the grade 75? How you leave off Pistol Pete?
Peter's on there.
Pete was
He
on
on
there.
75?
Yeah, Pete was on there.
I didn't see him. So okay, so what about Drazen Petrovic? Is he on there?
No.
No,
And
Pat
why
wasn't
not?
on there.
Not long. He only 6 years in the NBA.
6 years. He died before he was.
The whole 6 years.
If
he
that's
was
the case, we put in.
dominating.
If you feel he should
Reggie-
be on there,
we
Grant Hill
put
need to
in-
be on there then.
Yeah, we put in.
Because he said
what's
Grant
his
Hill
name?
ain't have
Reggie
enough
Lewis that
time.
played for the
Yeah,
Celtics.
Reggie Lewis for the
Lewis.
Celtics.
Well, he
Lynn
yeah.
Bias.
Lynn Bias.
Lynn Bias didn't play one game.
I'm just
in there.
saying, like, Lynn Bias is better than Michael
Yeah,
Jordan. People don't know that.
Everybody say that. The gang got to talk, man. We
Lynn
gotta.
Bias was LeBron James before LeBron James.
Y'all want
came in
to
the
start
league.
us some
as far as
conversation?
size.
Y'all want to start us some controversy real quick?
Okay, what's
What's
up?
that?
We on the land, Toledo, right?
Right.
You got Nate Miles. You got William Buford. Look at
Oh
you.
man,
You got Nate Miles.
you
You got
go.
William Buford. Hands down, them both my dudes. I ain't never seen nobody play the game like Nate Miles.
oh yeah,
In my life, bro. I go places out of town all the time, and the first person name they bring up
Is Nate.
Cause he done win some. I'll tell you a story real quick. I'm playing in I ain't gonna say where, but I'm playing for this team, trying out for this team, and I'm down there at Dolo. I mean, I'm out of town, and I'm with some Chicago dudes, and Nate show up to the gym, and I'm like, Nate, what you doing here? And he like, oh, I'm about to hoop. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Nate just chilling. lackadaisical, just being Nate.
No,
you know what I'm saying? You got an album. It was dudes dressed like knew
some
that it was
hoopers.
just some hoopers.
Right.
But Nate just he long, chill, relax. You know what I'm saying? That's the bro. I'm telling them. I say, hey man, watch my bro. Dude got gang. They say, man, who? I said him. Man, they bust out laughing.
Yeah.
Like 7,
Just 'cause
8
how
of
he
them.
look. Yeah, all right.
Man, I watched this dude 15 minutes strong giving a dude the work of his dude played for UTEP, I think. He was a top guard in this conference. And giving this dude the work of his life, not even breaking a sweat. You know what I'm saying?
Just being nice.
Then you got Dub. Look at the accolades. Libby's great.
Libby.
O'Stady great.
Overseas.
You know why?
Overseas.
TBT MVPs. Like,
You know
name
why?
it.
Mentally, Buford was there.
I think
As far as like discipline, as far as staying in the game.
Right.
Right.
I think more of two. You look at surroundings as well
I was
too.
just about to
Yeah,
say
yeah.
that
Stuff
word
matter
too.
a lot, bro.
I killed that.
Like surroundings, as much they were as they probably had some of the similar people. When it came to Nate, when it came to Dub, it was a little different. You know what I'm saying? The way of growing up too. Dub had one of them daddies, man. We used to go hoop at Hamilton, and the daddy wouldn't bring William Buford out. He wouldn't bring Dub out until everybody was gone. So he up there 9 o'clock at night, 10 at night with the lights off, shooting jump shots. You know what I'm saying? And you wondering what's going on. Next thing you know, the motherfucker unstoppable. So when you look at like development, you gotta pay attention to everything. If you just look at skill wise, player to player, they better.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know
For
this
sure.
for a fact because I played against both of them, like at LA Fitness or whatever, and I could play defense against. I couldn't stop him, but I could play defense against Buford.
Yeah.
Right. I can guard him to where I gave him a little problem because I was stronger than him, and I gave him some buckets because he couldn't play defense. But but against Nate Miles, I couldn't do anything as far as stopping him on.
Offensive.
When he's on offense, I couldn't do anything.
Yeah,
because he used his length and used his skill set.
And it was basic. It wasn't flashy.
Right.
It
He
wasn't-
really couldn't
and-
even dribble. He ain't had no moves.
You know what
but he
he
would
reminds
break
me
you
of?
down.
He reminds me of a Ben Simmons with a jump shot.
He didn't.
Because he was like, there was nothing fancy. No, I'm saying, look,
He didn't try to do too much. He didn't
right.
try to
There was
do
nothing too
anything
fancy
outside
about him,
of-
but he played the game to within his skill limit. But he dominated the game.
I say Joe Johnson. Just
Yeah.
because
Yes,
if you
yeah,
look
yeah.
at
Ain't
Joe
flashy.
Johnson, it's not
Fundamentals,
flashy.
fundamentals,
It's
yeah.
very fundamental, and you looking up
But he
like,
getting it.
man, how the fuck he
Right.
two
got-
dribbles right, go spin left, and
Fade away.
Fader.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Bang,
But
just-
man, bro, you 17. Like you can't. That's how I'm looking at Nate. Like, oh man, hold on. Like you ain't even expecting
Right,
that.
17
like
playing like that,
You
yeah.
17. You
With that
thinking the
skill
game
set, right, yeah.
with that skill set.
Yeah.
Like sometimes it's just given. Some people got to go get it. Which you look at the Dub, he might appreciate the game more. It's not he's successful where he at. Period. Let's not take away from that. But Nate, his talent was just a God-given gift.
Yeah.
His son, one of the coldest in the city right now. Like,
Yeah,
I
he
watched
nice
him.
growing up
Oh
right
my
now.
God,
He
like, but
got
just,
it.
Some dudes he just got it like that. It's just surroundings.
And I think that's one of the things that I heard him like he just really didn't care. Like we know he was that good, but he just hoop because he liked to hoop. It
Who
didn't.
you talking about, Nate?
It didn't like.
I don't know. I want to say he didn't care because bro loved the game. Like I said, you can't dissect a mind personality. We not no doctors.
Right.
However, I mean, looking in, pay attention to somebody's surroundings when you
He
look
got
at
a lot going on.
when you look at who in their life running in and out. Where's the control value? You got if me and you both dope, and you brought up with your father teaching you the game. There's respect for the game. There's respect for him as a father. All that around him. And then I'm brought up with, people disrespecting me because I'm cool, but I got a whole bunch of people around me that don't got my best interest all the
Yeah,
time
right.
until it
Self.
come to basketball for real. So I'm still trying to be a man. At the same time, y'all want me to hoop too. There is no real guidance. I never say that about bro. Like he never do love basketball. He was meant to hoop. You know what I'm saying? It was in his
Right.
genes. Like some people, like y'all pops, like the dude was one of the coldest saxophone. He was meant to do that.
Right,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like some people, you just got your purpose and you just meant to do that. So it ain't no giving
Right.
taking from it. You know what I'm saying? However, when you put somebody, as you go, that support system, man, gotta
Yeah.
be tough. It gotta be.
Right.
It gotta be, man. It gotta be tough, man. Or you fall to the trials and tribulation. Hands down,
eat
bro.
you alive.
I done seen some players in my life, bro. I know NBA players on first name basis.
Yeah, you'd have been in a lot of places,
On
so
God,
I know.
he definitely one of my top 5 players I ever seen in my life. And I don't even think we even got to see the real cuss of
That's the
Yeah.
same thing Calhoun said. He said he's
Never, bro.
top 5 player he ever coached at UConn, and he didn't even play a game.
You ain't even see.
He didn't play the floor.
Can
yet.
you
He said
imagine,
that.
man, if he had that type of support system with that mind, that group, you know what I'm saying, that them people to actually benefit from
Right.
when it came to shit, and then like learning life and the game at the same. Man, bro, be one of the. He be in the league.
He'd be one of the.
He be really in the league. Like,
he'd be on this
really.
list we talking about right now.
right.
Right
Cause
now.
his personality is really like he ain't when William, he more like a, you know, he let the game come to him. Oh, Nate gonna go get it. Oh, you
Right,
gonna know
right,
I'm
right.
out here. I don't give a fuck who on this motherfucker.
Quick too.
He said he out there with. You think about who was at UConn with him, like Kemba and
what's the other guard?
Napier and Dyson, all them. The beat, like
They won a championship that year, right?
Yeah. Like, he
Think
would've been on
about
that
them
team.
dudes.
Yeah.
They said he killing these dudes.
Wow.
Like he giving them problems.
He gave Lou Aldang work
Lou Aldang, Lou
Ray
Aldang
Allen.
got him
man.
in the crib.
and
They
kicked
got
him out
in.
because Nate told him he was ass.
What?
Because he was busting him.
Nate
Told him he was shitty.
Nate really is. Nate really is, bro. I wish somebody grab him to do something, but he really is like the untold story about. He really represents Toledo basketball in mind to me on the fact of disappointing players. There's so many of us
Yeah.
that go places and we come
Right.
back or
Right, right.
relevant here. Like that story, like his, like he really like that.
And
bro.
even
Like,
though
I had to give bro a little pub, man. Cause
they still on it now. Like
Maybe
I
we should
guarantee
get
you we
a
can
Toledo hoop
they-
dream
you can-
film
his
going or
name
something
still
like
ringing
that.
bells
Talk
anywhere.
about-
They be
no,
like,
first
if he can
gonna,
still hoop.
his name gonna ring
It's
bells
not
for
gonna
life.
stop.
Man. I was in the Dominican and had a dude like, where you from? Like Toledo, Ohio. Oh, Nate Miles. Like
Everywhere I go, it's the first name. It don't be. You would think it'd be Jim Jackson,
Yeah,
but it
yeah.
don't. Like, I go to
Nate.
town. I travel a lot, and when I'm
Yeah.
talking about hooping,
Nah, Nate
oh, that's
like
where
that.
Nate from, huh? Like, damn,
Yeah,
bro, I
but
know
Jim is
about Nate.
old at this point.
He'd have been
A lot
everywhere
of people
hooping.
don't even remember Jim.
yeah, that
Yeah.
but that Jim. As much as I love Jim, that's Jim kind of fought too, which is another Toledo thing. It's
He
like
stay
success, you stay away.
He stay away.
To stay successful, you got to be away.
That's true.
Now, think
Yeah.
about who here that's successful, and we got some successful dudes now. With shout out to Bro Albert, you know what I'm saying? Rob, you know what I'm
Bunny.
saying? All the boxers for sure.
Bunny.
They
Right,
got
they
that
got it
mentality.
like that.
That's
They got that
because
mentality.
Toledo's really a boxing
Yeah,
city.
boxing
Yeah,
city.
they got
right.
boxing
But
a
when
lot.
it comes
Yeah.
to the sports, like the real, like the football, the basketball, who here?
Yeah, B Rob gone.
Be Rob. That's what. And when
He
they
gone.
crazy,
He
Where he
never
at?
came
He
back.
overseas now?
No, he back home. He stay in North Carolina right now.
Okay.
But even looking
He
at
never
that,
came back.
bro started 2 years in the league
Right.
with AD.
Yeah,
Prime
yeah,
years.
in New Orleans.
You
Yeah.
started in 2 years. That ain't even the name you even mentioned. It's funny. We
Nate.
mentioning
Like go straight
Right,
to
yeah,
Nate. He's
yeah.
not even
Nate.
yeah.
But you
B.
know
Rob
why?
Ali.
You know why I think that is because B. Rob went to St. John's and he was out in the, not in the hood. So a lot of the
But
hood,
you
I know,
really
but a
you
lot
can't
of the
use
hood,
that. Look, I grew up with like we done
B.
played
Rob
together
from
since we been in the
out
fourth
here.
grade.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Only place we hooped at was the pond.
Yeah, yeah,
for sure.
right.
I'm about to say
Non-stop.
that.
Like we hooped
Yeah.
there every day, all day,
So why
every
is that
summer.
though? Why do people not mention B. Rob? And he was in the league.
I'm gonna tell you, because he's not here.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
gotta be.
Think
here.
about our city. You know
You
it's a
gotta be
popularity
here.
city.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta be here to be relevant,
Right.
man. I'm glad
it's
I'm
true.
on a platform. Man,
But
you
it's the
gotta be
truth.
here.
It's the
to be
truth.
relevant. You'll forget everything somebody do.
It is
if
the
they ain't
truth.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's true.
saying?
Right, right.
You
That
forget
is-
everything.
That's why people a lot of people don't mention Jimmy. And like somebody asked in the comments, like, who's better, Nate or Jimmy? You can't.
But you see Nate.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Right,
you don't
right,
see
right.
Jimmy.
Right. You
If
can't
you
see.
saw Jimmy, it ain't no
It'll
talk.
be, yeah.
If you,
It's
if you
like,
go
you
back
know,
and look,
like-
if you actually
You
watch,
gotta watch the tape.
old Jimmy tapes, Jimmy was the most dominant guard in City League history.
I agree.
Definitely.
I
And he was
agree.
bigger than
But-
everybody.
but-
He was like LeBron was.
He
He was
was,
huge.
though.
Jimmy was
But
huge
look,
in high school.
We in the 2020,
Yeah.
2020.
He went to Matt
These
Cumber.
dudes
Still
not
talking
licking
about
the
late,
boat.
He
man.
went to Matt
Thirty
Cumber.
They
years ago.
They even
they
have.
associate Matt Cumber with the Cherry Street Mission, bro. Nobody looking at that. You know what I'm saying? They're not
Right.
thinking
True,
like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Man, Toledo is a what have you done for me lately?
Lately,
You
yeah.
ain't
True.
lying.
That's what it is, bro.
Yeah.
The relevance of players. We got a lot. I can name some dudes that go off. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That out of here. And I can name some dudes that you know first name basis. And I seen them at the wire last week.
Right.
Yeah, that motherfucker off the chain.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You compare the two, like, oh, bro, ain't no way he better than I seen him yesterday. And
BJ Raymond,
it's
another
like
one.
that.
He would have had a great career. He ain't come home. Like
That's
people
crazy.
don't talk about these
BJ
type of
Raymond.
people. Like,
Raymond
bro,
ain't good.
went to
When
Xavier.
I seen
Right.
Like,
I
it's
seen
a lot of
BJ
that,
Raymond.
man. Like-
BJ Raymond came up the city park. Shout out to the park. BJ Raymond came up the city park when the park was jumping. You had me, Trip, Robert, like
Talking
all
about
that.
that one
Ain't
year?
talking about more. Everybody playing.
When he
BJ
played,
Raymond,
they-
how many
the game
people
he
played
played,
one
Just
game?
now though.
Oh yeah,
All
for
them-
sure.
You talking about the game he
Talking about
played?
Pig. Talking about
oh
man.
You don't even. I don't even want to do no lip. We not even.
You about to talk about that one game he played when he got dressed?
The one game he
No,
played,
man.
he got
Toledo
dressed.
players.
What happened?
Dude
What happened,
had
Ice?
2 points, bro.
What happened to him?
He scored.
Man, he got
I
ate
don't
up
think
out
he
there.
scored. They
No
was
lie.
killing him, man.
Yes,
I ain't
he
seen
got
him hoop
ate
ever
up.
since.
They made him play.
Yeah,
They made him play.
play.
Kept talking to him. He
Yeah.
was, you know what I'm saying? Like, man, you ain't this, you ain't that.
Yeah.
He wasn't.
He like, all right, who got some
was he? 'Cause he was
shoes? And he
short.
got some shoes and
Yeah.
came out there and he got.
All I can get, bro, is say, man, he ain't have his shoes. That's all I can
Hey,
get.
that is important though. You out there on camera.
No, but
he
he
got
can't
to
get
get
on court though. Once
Hey,
you on
man,
court,
they was,
like that's,
I want to say they played the team they was playing played the tank that day too though.
No, he played
no.
the tank. He played. It wasn't
was
us.
a tank.
It was the tank.
It was.
He
yeah.
didn't want to play
'Cause
though.
it wasn't
So
our
like,
team.
how can you really?
Nah, man.
But it was where
You on
he
court.
was at. I think what was he at in Germany then or something? He was somewhere
He just
overseas
left
playing
school.
like
hooping.
professional,
He was-
yeah.
he just left school. Man, shout out City Park, man. City Park, one of the toughest places I ever played.
It'll bring
in my
it out
life.
of you.
They
It'll
will
bring-
bring it. They will make you
And we
play.
will crumble you if you come
It
out
will-
there and you ain't really
The
got
City-
it.
City Park will make you play basketball, man. You,
Yeah.
you
If
come
you
up
think
there
you got it, come
just to
hoop at
get
the
a-
park.
You come up there just to get a sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna end up
You
balling
gonna
harder.
end up
And then
hooping.
like
Why you ain't
even,
out here?
even with City
Right.
Park, what I love about it the most, like a lot of people don't know, like we let a lot of high school kids play.
Yeah.
Like we always kept high school teams out there. And after that year playing out there, you see how much they got better when they start playing with their
Yeah,
own
yeah.
kids.
when
We
you play with
Roger,
man.
Devontae Pratt and Clemmy Owens and all that state. Damon
Yeah.
Powell and them played at the park state.
right.
Like when they come,
Yeah, yeah.
you out there competing with grown men as the player on every level,
Nah,
and you can
nah,
hold
It's
your
not only
own.
that though. It's gonna make you tough.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying? Like,
That's
it's gonna
what it
make you
is.
tough
At the end
going
of
to
the
the
day.
hole, going to whatever.
you need
Like,
it.
Going
Going
up
to
on
that
a
state
grown
run.
man,
It's gonna
going
be
up
tough
on a
out
kid,
there.
it look different. I
Yeah.
would. The only thing I ever take for City Park that I always hated my whole life, and I feel like I it hurt me the most was that
The
concrete.
concrete killed your
Like,
knees.
I
like
know.
the fact that, you know what I'm saying, like knowing, like when you think of the Jimmys and people that actually got the bread, there should have been things donated.
Things done to
Yeah,
it.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
they
Set it
should've
up a
been
little.
done
It was
something else
coming.
with
It
this.
was popular. It was up and coming. Security could have been a little better. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely
more
needed
seats.
that.
Like,
Right, 'cause it's
you know what I'm
right there.
saying?
Made it a lot
Little,
safer,
little more
everything.
organized. And shout out to everybody. Big C. You know what I'm saying? Trees. Everybody who kept it out to Uncle G for sure. Rest in peace. All the scorekeepers, Rio and O and all of them. Like, but it wasn't nothing given to it to make it better. It was just always
The
stay the
same.
same.
Right,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? And you hurting a lot of them dudes because they go to college and go overseas and go different places.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you would have brought it inside, which might be coming real soon.
It'd have been a totally different
would've been
ball
totally
game.
What's coming soon? Let's talk.
Totally different
Got
ball
something
game
coming.
out
Okay.
there.
Yeah, we got something coming real
Had a lot of battles
soon.
out there.
All right, all right.
Real soon. Just say it's gonna be a little different this summer. I'm gonna just say that. Gonna be a little different this summer. We might be a little inside more than outside. Holding the
Pray.
name,
That's
holding
the only way
management.
I'm coming back.
But it's going we gonna change the game. We need something. We need something here more solid for our kids again. Like we don't
see.
have community centers and different things like that for the youth. And then when we got the Boys and Girls Club. You know, now Boys and Girls Club at like 13, 14, you really done.
Yeah.
And then unless you going on Detroit Street to go to the main Boys and Girls Club, but they picking who they want.
It's weird growing up
like membership for real. So we don't have those places for kids like that transition from adult teens to adults. And then with the game of basketball, there's not a lot of places to go
play
anymore. When we was coming up, we had the hoop
everywhere.
$5.
We was all over the city hooping.
Right out there on the north.
You was going crazy. So with that being said, definitely y'all ain't seen me. I got my hands in some things right now to make something better for everyone.
Yeah, we need it though.
It's a lot we need to do.
Cause like, I don't know if any of y'all been to Columbus in a while, man. Columbus to put something like the hoops in they mall.
Yeah,
I was down there in the mall.
They got basketball.
They had the AAU tournaments down there in the mall. Like it's so sweet, dude. Like that's type of stuff we be needing. Like you said, ain't nothing to do.
But they capital though too. Like as much as the difference from us in Columbus, I tell you difference in the sign. The difference from us, Columbus is the capital. Everybody, you got Old State there, you got all the colleges, all the ball players, everything in Columbus. So a lot of that stuff they actually need. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't be like us. But at the same time, Toledo is a hub. You think a hub for everything. We in the middle. We go from Canada all the way south. We can go east
Cleveland,
to west.
Chicago.
You know what I'm saying? The pipeline crazy. You got Indiana, Michigan. You know what I'm saying? All of that right there. Like, yo, it's a lot we can do with different things like that, but you got to be innovative and be mentally set for that. And plus, we gotta like do it together. Like a lot of people be doing a lot. That's the hardest part. Like you got 6, 7 people doing the same thing instead of coming together and making it whole and really getting it. You know what I'm saying? So we got to touch it again, man, because we got to give a safe place for these dudes to actually develop. Because there's some dudes right now, the Chris Darringtons and the Devontae Pratts and Clemmy and Trey Howard. I love Trey.
Trey,
Shout
out to the Fab Squad,
oh
man,
my
from
God,
the park
bro.
if y'all ever seen
like it's some dudes, man, that really got game. You know what I'm saying? And they doing a little Toledo like they got their basketball team. I won't say little. I'm sorry, take that back. But they got the Glass City basketball team, like that's fair, and I encourage all hoopers to go do that. Like if you want to play overseas, you need film.
You need a resume.
Like, you need a resume. So even if that ain't getting you money, you get film. Film way more valuable than money.
Right.
However, there still needs to be other outlets. You know what I'm saying? We don't have them. So
even like y'all old team, y'all had Toledo Ice. What that lasted? What? 3 years?
About 2.
2?
Maybe.
Like
2. And even with
I
that,
know
like,
it was what ran.
Man, even with that, like you think about them dudes, like the Lionel Armstead.
Lady, I was loaded, bro.
And I tell you one name.
Aaron Bates.
I tell you a name that stay relevant for generations. People don't even he don't even get no love. I hope bro watching, bro. He don't even get no love. Tony Scruggs, bro.
Man, listen, he
Tony
do for me.
Scruggs' body been the same way since I was 6 years old, man.
Tony Scruggs came up here and got a T-shirt one day.
He a real machine, bro.
He look exactly the same.
He a real machine.
Bro has so much to offer, man.
Yeah.
When it comes to mental, you know what I'm saying, physical. When a part of the game, like he done played in every generation and was effective. And you talk about somebody coming from nothing, like his story is amazing. If you ain't never heard his story, it's amazing, man. But it's dudes younger than him that look horrible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a dude that dedicate life to his body and just to stay relevant. Like he really one of those, man, that need like appreciation, like you know what I'm saying? Shout out Tom Scruggs.
Yeah, Scruggs really be on it too.
You can get some stuff from him, bro, like for real, mentally. But the thing is, we got to stop looking at each other as competition. Like we need to look at each other as allies.
That's part of Toledo's problem. Like that's why people in Toledo don't like to appreciate the next man, because it's like if they see the success over here, they look at it as competition instead of congratulating. Because like you can still do what you doing and he can still what he doing, and both of y'all can be successful.
That's how it should be. That's mentalities in a lot of places, man. I don't understand. I don't get it here.
Just Toledo, yeah.
We can learn a lot from Atlanta. Atlanta is crazy with that. Like they are supportive. Like the black community, if they see you coming up trying to do your thing, they're gonna try to put you on and help you any way they can.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why a lot of people go down there to be successful.
Mm-hmm. And it's like that. And we can it with all things here. It's like, man, it's like trainers. Like, you get one person trainer, it's a whole bunch of trainers.
Yeah, why y'all can't get one building and just go crazy with them together?
MRDD, like these businesses, like you get one, it's like several of them. Bars.
Right. That's what everything though.
Like everything is like
I drop a hoodie.
Right.
Everybody in here got hoodies.
Like,
come on, like
it's like instead of like, you know what I'm saying, building each other together with one thing or a couple things, we busy chasing that quick dollar. And as much as you think it's money, it's not a lot of money. It's like the money is somewhere else. But then it come to that mentality. If I'm in Toledo, I'm on.
Right.
If I ain't, and I love
that's
it.
the thing.
You know
People
what
don't
I'm
go
saying?
nowhere.
You gotta
Like
get
I
up
travel
out.
a lot. I'd have been a lot of places, man. Anything here that don't matter when you get there.
Right.
You so popular. You the popular person here. As soon as you get to Vegas, you ain't. You a regular Joe. Who was you? Who was you? Oh, such and such. What that mean here?
And I tell you one thing, as I said about Nate Miles, like hooping and different things, like when we do different things in other places, like when we do it, we really stand out. That's the scary part about it, because they really act like, man, are you dressed like, how you dressed? Man, I'm from Toledo. Man, you saying you rap like, man, I'm from Toledo.
Yeah.
Man, you hoop like, man, I'm from Toledo. They like that up there.
Yeah.
Like when you really go out and do it like that, they respect you more. You get that love. Next thing you know, you find yourself setting up shop somewhere else.
Right.
And like, man, they love me here for this. Get back to the crib.
You know what I think about Toledo though? It's like you'll be like it's easy to be like you, because a lot of times people just don't give a fuck, and so like you gonna have your own style of this, own style of that,
right,
because you know what I'm saying, that's just how we think here. And so when you go out in the world, you end up looking different because you really be like amongst sheep sometimes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the time.
A sheep,
followers.
A sheep, like a bunch of followers.
Yeah,
it's not
but
it's all
so
followers.
that weird looking sheep actually look kind of sweet for real. Like, hold on, this motherfucker got spots and shit. Like he don't look like us. But this what you see on TV. But when he shows something a little different or she do something a little different, man, you want to ask questions.
Right.
Like, how you do? How you think of that? Where you from?
Yeah.
But if we took that mentality and actually came together.
Exactly.
It's just like
Shit'll be
basketball.
over.
Like how we ain't take one person who just made it and just ride and have a whole pipeline going from AAU teams to everything. It's all split up.
It's things music wise. Y'all had Tracy on here the other day. I think of Tracy, one of the coldest singers in the city. Why something like that ain't pushed?
Yeah.
When you get an athlete, why don't we push?
Get behind them.
Like why we all
Everybody.
push them to get everybody? You see it. Well, the only time I actually seen it actually come together with Rob.
Rob who?
Or Easter.
Oh,
We'll come with Bunny.
I say with whatchamacallit when he played track from Rogers.
Oh,
When
yeah,
he's in the Olympics.
Yeah, for sure.
But soon as it was
But the
over,
whole-
though, it was like,
It was
who
done,
is
yeah.
it? Like you was saying, like
whole
what? You don't
city
even
went
hear
crazy
about him
for
no
Rob,
more.
right.
Soon
The
as it
whole
was
city
over.
did kind of like you saw everything about Rob. Like you saw his sports events.
I
Like
say more
Kennard.
Rob. I feel you. And I say
Kennard
more
is last name.
Rob.
Yeah, Kennard was like,
Yeah, Kennard was for sure. But I
But
say
after
more
that,
Rob.
it was over, though.
Rob was on a almost a real live night. That boxing was really coming into
Yeah, social
it's
media
on
behind
social media,
them. Like, it was a
everything.
bunch of
Rob
buzz.
really had a real live push. Like let's push him. We're like we traveling to
We
go
going to
see
see
him.
him.
Yeah,
we
like,
gonna,
that was good.
We going
That was
to
fun
any
to see.
fight.
As soon as he caught a L, though, what happened?
They stopped. People start bashing him like,
Yeah,
oh
like,
man,
damn,
dude
it was one loss,
Dude
though.
need to get a new trainer.
But
and
look
dude-
who he fought, though. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man.
He
They
fought- he
just,
fought.
that's
He
how
got
our
out
city
there.
is, though.
Right.
Love my city, man. Love
That's
this city,
how it
man,
is,
too.
though. We just know how it is. You know what I'm saying?
mentality, that mentality, it has to change. As much as you love the good, you gotta love the bad with it.
Hell yeah.
You gotta push the good as well as the bad as well as the good. How I'm gonna come up if I'm looking at y'all when y'all on me? I can only think of somebody like Rob personality, but I'm not gonna say that this how he think. But if I'm in his position, and just me thinking like I think, and I'm top tier boxing, I'm all over, and I got Earl and who else was coming down? AB. All these
They
people
camp loaded
coming, they
for-
setting up camp to come see me. And y'all loving me, but then y'all do that to me. Wow. what do that do for you mentally? Because you still a person.
Right.
At the end of the day, it
You're
ain't
not
about
just an
boxing for
athlete,
me. I'm
right.
not just an athlete. Like I'm a real person. Can you your mindset has to be like impeccable to deal with something like that from a small place.
Hell
You
yeah.
from a
Imagine
Chicago
from a
or
big-
New York or something. That's just a community.
Right.
And it's a whole city, man. It's a whole.
And then you go out in this
area
city, you gotta think, oh, what up, bro? That like, man, miss me with that. Like, that's how I would be. Like, man, I don't
But
even
you know
know
what? That's why Jimmy don't come back.
I could
To be
believe it.
honest.
Because you think when he was doing his camps and that tournament at
Yeah.
Rogers, how people was, you know what I'm saying?
But
Like, all right, this is my last
so,
one.
Right.
So check
You
Jimmy
know what I'm
out.
saying?
So we look at Jimmy. Jimmy, All-American, Macomber, All-American, O State, 2 years. Played 2 years with Dallas. Never played with the same team twice after that.
Mm-hmm.
When did he stop coming? When he stopped coming to Toledo? That's when shit
know
was
why?
looking wicked in his career.
You know what happened when he had
True.
the ankle injury
True story,
and
though.
broke his ankle?
Second year in Dallas.
Yep, second
Yeah.
year that he was the third leading scorer, the top two guard in the NBA.
Mashburn, Jason Kidd, Jimmy Jackson.
Man, that was
who was on all
He
they.
was dating Tony Braxton.
Yes,
fam.
Right.
That's who was on
Well,
all they
him-
posters. It was like they
him
big
and-
three for
right,
real.
yeah, that was the big three.
Yeah,
Come on,
They
man.
had some issues there, didn't they?
They went past each other's ball for a while. I seen a play when who was it? Jimmy got hurt or somebody got hurt and like trying to go for a layup and he was under the basket and holding his ankle or something. And Jason Kidd got a steal, and instead of calling a timeout, he jumps over him. Man, look it up,
Like
bro.
some fuck that
He
nigga.
jumped
Like,
over his motherfucking truck. Man, we got to trade these motherfuckers.
Right.
Tony fucking in, and they ain't end up with none of them motherfuckers. They fucking with the dude from Mint Condition. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Everywhere Jimmy went though was some shit though.
Yeah.
They just said
You know
his
why?
attitude
though?
was
'Cause
like
Jimmy
that.
had that Toledo attitude.
Yeah, he was like,
Like,
I don't give a
I'm me,
fuck.
I don't
Fuck
give-
y'all.
I'm-
That's
Like,
what
what's
T
up?
Mac said. T Mac was like, hey, he gotta go.
but he,
Yeah.
I can't. He gotta roll.
But at the
I
same
ain't dealing with this
time,
nigga.
he also played great roles on
He
team.
did.
Every
He
team.
did.
Like for real.
Yeah.
After a
That
while, it was
Phoenix-
just
that
like
Phoenix team?
he accepted like
Especially
look,
Sacramento,
this
Phoenix.
I
Oh,
got
like, all
yeah,
them,
Sacramento,
man.
Phoenix,
Portland.
Portland
Yeah.
was
Like he really played a role. Like man, this how I'm gonna be. This how it's gonna be. This how it's gonna be.
Man, that
I
man
gotta
was shoot-
take-
hit so
Yeah.
many corner
Clutch shot.
3-pointers.
Man, look.
Steve
Clutch.
Smith said Jimmy Jackson's probably one of the most hard-headed players he's ever played with, but he played his role on the
played
court.
his role.
Like in the locker room, Jimmy tried to run the locker room.
Yeah.
because that's our mentality as Toledoans.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
You know, we big time
Yeah.
in our own respective right.
The hardest thing for us to do is adjust in other places, cause we know how it is to be us, just who we are genuinely and get
Right.
love.
Right.
Yeah,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And that's where the fuck upness be, cause
That
then
might
when
be
you try
why
to be
everybody come
you,
back.
when you try to be you and motherfuckers don't feel that and shit starting to look different, then you don't get that love no more.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
They look
So
at
you
the
seen
power.
that in somebody like his career. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of people, man, that need roses, man. Shout out Jimmy.
Yeah, Jimmy.
Hop.
Yeah.
Kamisha Harrison.
Yes.
Kamisha, one of the
Yes. I don't
man.
understand why her name don't get mentioned.
Yeah.
Like
Man,
Kamisha Harrison,
she
like I
was a
watched her
real
in high
deal
school.
hound.
I watched her
God.
in high school because my kid's mother played against her. She was like, I'm like, man, where does this girl come
But y'all
from?
know,
Right,
girl,
like,
like
she look like
girl
she's
hooping,
not-
like
she's trying to
girls,
be
the
out
girl
there.
basketball players do not know her though.
No,
That's
they
crazy.
They do
don't.
not
You
know
know,
who
that's-
the
why
no,
not?
they
No.
don't know. I swear,
It's
I didn't mention their
crazy,
name before. They be like,
man.
who is that? Like y'all don't know y'all,
Dawn
previous
actually
awards?
coached her at
Yeah.
Temple. She was at
Yeah.
Temple
Right.
with
They
Dawn
don't know
Stanley.
her. Right.
She came to recruit her at Temple. You feel me?
They don't know.
That's
Zaya
crazy.
playing for Dawn Stanley.
Right.
At
These
South
girls
Carolina.
don't know her, bro.
She
I'm
was in the
telling
league.
you.
She the first
What?
one to go to the league. She got drafted to the Suns.
Yeah.
Even on
got
the boys'
drafted.
side, a lot of the kids they don't know who these old players is. They
shout
don't
out
even be
Dog.
caring, man.
Me,
That's
Kamisha
crazy.
Harrison.
Yeah, she looked like she did not, like she wasn't supposed to be out there with the rest of them. Like,
Man,
She
bro,
was
that's
before
she
her
out
time.
there with
that
them.
team,
Yeah.
Craig, that team,
They-
that team was unbelievable.
High
anyway.
school?
Stephanie Johnson for sure. She was a dog. Jaslyn Davis for sure. Remember little Jazz? She was a dog.
With the USC.
Then you had like the La Mishas and them. They little team was sweet, but Misha by herself, bro,
Maddie was dope
kill.
back then.
It's a lot of
It's
them.
like they had some
It's
real
a lot of
like.
them. But somebody, and that's another thing too with that. You know what I'm saying? Is like somebody like her. Why she ain't coaching no team?
Yeah.
Why she can't be no head coach? We recycling all these dudes. And shout out to all the dudes that getting new jobs. Moan over at Rogers.
They need
you know what I'm saying? Lil Fleming over at Maumee Valley. But look at her resume.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I up for a job with the dude that cut hair? You know what I'm saying?
Politics. He knows some politics though. He knows somebody in that system.
That's crazy to me.
Think about it.
I'm on the wall. I'm a Hall of Famer. You know what I'm saying?
It don't matter. Think about it. When we was in high school, all the coaches coaching around the city, they ain't play no sports. They was coaching for a check.
Nah,
they ain't care.
Nah, man.
It was a lot of that.
And you look at that. That's another part too. Why I'm doing what I'm doing for real. And others, Coach Martin, shout out Coach Rodney Martin. He just retired from Rogers. We look to help people get out of school because it just seemed like that. Like after high school, you ain't even trying to get these dudes into school no more. You ain't even
right.
That's it.
Like what's happening?
Nothing.
What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Like
they don't care.
It's some people that's out here, man, that actually care about the youth and the kids. You just gotta find a different way to get to them now, cause them going to them schools and being them coaches and being, man, you can't do that, man. To be a coach at a high school, bro, you gotta have a pupil license. You can't have a traffic ticket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You couldn't smack the lunch lady. You couldn't have detention in the 8th grade. You can't do shit. You can't just to be in the gym. You can't even be in the gym with them.
Nope.
Wow.
No, when I started coaching, man, I went through so much stuff I didn't even know you had to go through to be a coach.
For real.
They check your background thoroughly.
LA Daniels, one of LA. You know what I'm saying? He a good dude. He good with the kids. Just some people, man, that can. Jerome Pierce, another one. He could be a coach. Pete, he know the game. You know what I'm saying? I guess a lot of dudes that actually know the game that can be, man. I love Toledo for sure, but it's some parts, man, that just it's different, man. It's different. So give these people their roses, bro.
Buzzer. Yep. So, man, we can go on for another hour or so, but I know we got to go. But I appreciate y'all coming through for this episode. We might want to do it again next week. I don't know.
What's up, man? I'll be back. You want me back with it? I'll be back, man.
Shout out to I get married.
You wasn't gonna mention that. You was gonna get killed when you hit the door. How you wasn't gonna shout that out? You can't let him get off the mic for that.
October 30th at the Stranahan.
Okay.
Stranahan whole wedding,
big time.
Hey, where y'all graduate at? I'm gonna walk down. I'm walking down the aisle in the theater. Shout out to my fiance. Brittany Pendleton.
Early congrats, bro.
My daughter Montana. Like, about to get married. Y'all, everybody welcome to come. Come show love. You like me. If you don't, I invited everybody. I people that I don't even talk. Hey man, you cut them off with.
Right.
I want you to see the union though. That's how I feel.
Right.
Celebrate the union, black love, man.
Need it, man.
But I'm down this week though. We on it.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
All right. Well, this is episode 5.
5, I think.
Yeah, we'll be back next week though. Enjoy y'all weekend.
For sure.
That was a good one.
Cool show, man.
No, that was good. Oh man. Yeah, it is, man.